and the man is in charge, and he's going to be hydrating as we go here this morning because we need properly hydrated guests as we go fully loaded for another Thursday, which means we go to Lima, Peru, and check in with our man Nino Torres. Yellow, yellow, yellow. What is up on a Thursday?
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Soccer down here, fans, and absolutely fully loaded today. World Cup mode is absolutely on. Absolutely on. I only have two topics that are not related to World Cup,
Wow.
but I got this for you guys. Maybe you heard of this.
Oh, man.
Oh. Portugal is still llegó, brother.
Oh,
we are on fire with Portugal. I'm so pumped. I'm so pumped with Portugal this year. Hopefully. Please, soccer gods out there, you gotta listen to Nino. Because this is the last chance for Cristiano. We'll see, man. We'll see.
Oh, man. All right, well, actually, and you know what? Since the next time that you come back in, it legitimately is. We are actually in games at this point because when you come back in, I think that we're like on match day 1, and we're talking about
match day 1. It's Mexico versus South Africa at 2 p.m. Eastern time.
And so literally, this is like one of the last chances we get since you only had 2 topics. We get to preview what else is going on and look at all the things. But you're heavy on Portugal, huh? You're heavy on Team CR41, huh?
Yes, sir. I was like not decided yet, and who's going to win this year? Because the last time around in June of 2022, I said Argentina's going to win it. Argentina's going to win this cup. I don't care what you say. I don't care what the odds are saying. I don't care about anybody else. Argentina's going to win. I was so certain that they were going to win. But this time, it took me a while. I mean, the candidates, it's just not clear. But my heart just chose Portugal to win it.
Yeah. I mean, think about this. And like I said, I haven't even looked at your topics yet because this is where my brain's going. The resident golden retriever host that I am. Literally, this is the last tournament and I mean, I never put it past folks, if they find like the cryogenic chambers, and the fountains.
The final chapter of this era.
And
of a beautiful era.
You think about all the stars that are going to be in their last tournament, where you're looking at not just CR41. It's Messi. It's Luka Modric.
Man.
It's Manuel Neuer.
Yeah.
I mean, this is some heavyweight-ish that we're dealing with here with all of these dudes. And I know that there are a couple that I've forgotten, but you have all of these dudes who have meant so much on so many different levels to their respective teams and their respective countries that this is the last dance for those 4 and a couple of others that have completely slipped my mind. But it's wild to think about the depth of the amazingness that we're going to be missing after this World Cup.
It's going to be an after and before this World Cup. It's definitely this is the last chapter of the glorious era that we have the privilege to live in, because it's really a privilege to live in this era, this last 15 years of competition, with the 2 kings, with massive games, with massive national teams. It's just been, I'm not gonna go into that greatest of all time era, but it was loaded, man. These last 15 years were loaded with stars and super teams and super coaches too, because before this era, the coaches were overlooked. They were overlooked. It's all about the players, Maradona and la la la. But and we haven't get that the spot that they deserve in sport to the coaches. And now it's a different story. It's a different story now.
Crazy that to think about who is here and who we're going to be losing after this tournament. All right, so let me go into your topics because I know the balance of our time we're going to be talking about the World Cup anyway. So, okay, so here we go. And since we're talking World Cup, let's go to the World Cup stuff here, because I know that Universitario is trying to bring sexy back, Mr. Justin Timberlake. I see where you're going here.
Yeah.
Peru is part of the World Cup some way, somehow. Please explain yourself, sir.
First off, we are in the States right now. The national team is in the States right now, getting ready to be the sparring, right? The first act for these two teams. They're gonna play Haiti tomorrow,
right?
And they're gonna play Spain on Monday. So we're gonna be there. We're gonna be a part of the competition some way, somehow, getting the taste of facing teams that they are in the World Cup, not like us, right? They are in the World Cup, and this is the first official games for Mano Menezes, the new coach for the Peruvian national team. He called in several different names: fresh air, fresh blood, fresh legs for the team, fresh ideas, and we'll see. We'll see what's the blueprint of Mano Menezes with the Peruvian national team. So excited to see Haiti tomorrow. Hopefully, I get to see my boy Ricardo Arde, the center back from Liga de Quito. Fantastic player. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the Peruvian national team. But please, Spain, be kind with us. All right, Spain. You don't have to show off. Okay, if you score 3 goals, it's okay. It's fine. Hey, all right. I mean, take it easy, brother. All right, go party or something the night before.
Well, and
just go easy on us. All right, go easy on us. I don't want to see up that 6-7 nail against Spain. I don't want to see that. But they probably put 4 on us.
They're going to be at new stadium, and I mean it's going to be crazy. But Haiti and Peru, you mentioned that one. Haiti is a dog in that one currently. Peru is a plus 129, and draws a plus 220, and Haiti is a plus 200. So
what's the odds on Spain on the Spain game? You got that one? No.
Hang on. Let me get this.
It'd probably be like
9 gazillion, not posted yet. So by the time
because it's Monday,
So it'll be when it comes in off the board, we'll sit there and we'll know why. Yeah, Germany.
Hey, Jen, I mentioned the stadium. I just watched. I just saw for the first time the SoFi Stadium. I haven't seen it before. Mm-hmm. It is just an absolutely masterpiece, man. It is just like it feels like we are in the I don't know, in year 3000 or something, man. I think the Supersonics are going to show up for that game. It's just crazy, man. It's just beautiful, stunning.
Hang on just a second. Let me see if the vote. All right, so because I wanted to bring this up since you mentioned SoFi. They were supposed to vote. Those stadium workers were supposed to vote on whether to authorize a strike with the World Cup around the corner. Yeah, Kevin Baxter at the LA Times. About 2,000 SoFi Stadium cooks, bartenders, and other hospitality workers set to vote on whether to authorize a strike with the World Cup kicking off next week. Unionized employees say negotiations with operator Legends Global have stalled as they push for pay above $30 an hour and job protections. Union is also challenging FIFA's World Cup accreditation rules, protesting demands for fingerprints and social security numbers.
Wow.
Yeah. So Unite Here Local 11 is in the process of trying to figure out the vote. It's a 2-day vote, and so that means that with the vote being the 2nd and the 3rd, we should have an answer today as to whether or not there's going to be a strike. Kurt Peterson, co-president of the union, said that if the strike is approved, then you're going to get picketers. You're going to get folks picketing outside of SoFi. Another round of bargaining scheduled for Wednesday. Not hopeful a resolution would be reached. That was not me. Legends' most recent proposals call for wage freezes for some workers, 25-cent hourly increases, cooks and dishwashers, according to the union. So we'll keep an eye on that. They want a 22-month contract that would expire just before the Summer Olympics in Los Angeles in 2028. So we'll keep an eye on that, sir.
Wow. Well,
yes.
They're going to get the terms. They will get the terms. They're not going to,
yes,
they're going to figure it out. They're going to figure it out.
One of the other issues at SoFi is the size of the pitch, because they have had.
What is this? Is smaller?
Yeah, it's kind of crammed in, and I think they were debating, when they were initially. So now you're going to have me this time. So SoFi Soccer Stadium dimensions. So because it's supposed to be, it's a little more cramped when it comes to the soccer ideas and things. So
it's better, man. When it's actually when the pitch is smaller, I like it, man. I like it better when it's smaller.
Okay.
To be honest, for me, it gets the game more dynamic. It forces you to be faster. I like it, man. It's much more dynamic when the pitch is smaller, man.
True. I will grant you that. SoFi, one of 16 venues to host said tournament, expandable for 100,000 events, teams, major events. So let me see if we have major events here, if they're going to list what's going on with FIFA. Started back in 22. So you get it like 60 to 72,000. It's here. I'm scanning quickly because I know there's other stuff we got to talk about. The stadium lacks a regulation-sized soccer field due to its narrow width, which has been criticized by FIFA officials. To satisfy FIFA requirements, several field-level seats would be removed and the turf surface replaced by grass. So they're pulling out.
See, that's more dangerous, because you patching up the pitch on the edges, and that could that's not a good idea, man. But anyway, it's not my. I don't have a. I mean, I do have a war on the matter, but it's not gonna matter. My word.
Peru ain't playing there, so you ain't got nothing to talk about. So you'll be watching. You'll be concerned. This will be Nino. You'll be watching those games in LA. You'll be going. But yeah, it's supposed to be tighter, and so they pulled seats out to make it regulation down on the field level. So we'll see what this looks like with the seats out on the field level at SoFi. Okay. The reigning champions, their injuries, their hopes, and their numbers. Please explain yourself, sir.
Yes, sir. I've been following Argentina, as you may know. Argentina is my second candidate to win this thing, right?
On number one.
But they got several injuries, Johnny. They're not critical. They're not, season-ending injuries. They are training. But they're recovering, right? I know the Argentina media is trying to soften the vision of is Paredes going to play? Is Nico Paz going to play? What's the thing with Diego Martinez? Diego Martinez says, I'm going to be playing because he has what's this on the third finger or the fourth finger? This one here,
the ring.
When you put the ring on it, on the other side,
ring finger.
He has I forgot what's the technical term for the injury, but he's that finger is damaged, right? And they're looking at it, they're babying his hand, and but he said he's gonna be ready for it. But be careful because this is
what you do. This is what you do to that ring.
Yeah. But
wrap it up, splint it, and go. Emmy's not gonna care.
Yeah, but when you got 100 miles an hour soccer balls coming to you and you stop it, it's gonna be all right. Well, that's really right. Messi, you know that he picked up that injury. It was the last game of the MLS that he played, right?
Yeah,
I think he walked away. And he was a pinch on his hamstring. You got Montiel, you got Leo Paredes, you got Nico Paz. So that right there is five players that they're not 100% ready for their debut in the World Cup. Not 100% ready, right? This is why Scaloni has, the list is 26 players, the roster, right? But he has a 35 player list. And he already notified these 9 players. Don't go on vacation. Don't go anywhere. Stay at home. Because if I'm going to need you, I'm going to call you. I need to be ready to pack your bags, take the flight, and get your ass here. Okay? So there are 9 players that they're just like waiting, watching on TV, watching Sports Center every day, every morning. And so he has those guys in there, right? For the... How far will they get? That's the question here, right? How far will Argentina get? France already destroyed the the theory. It was not a theory. It was uh, what's the name for? Forgot the thing when
What?
we the
Oh,
curse of the first round champions
right.
exiting the competition in the first round.
Mhm.
France destroyed that the last time around in 2022. They got in, they go all the way, and they probably go all the way. I'm going to say France, Argentina, Portugal, and the fourth one is the one that I'm debating, Spain. Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
Okay.
For me, those are the top four in the competition. Eh, we'll see. We'll see how there's the atmosphere in Argentina. It's just great. They're confident. Argentines are confident, but there's the vibe that you can get from this team, from the players, from the coach. Lionel Scaloni was in I don't know how many advertisements I've seen him, and so many ads out there, man, with the beers and the mate, and it's a different vibe. It's the reigning champions vibe, and then they're ready to take on the challenge. But let me tell you something: once the competition starts,
Uh-huh.
all this noise that you've seen, all the it's gonna be going away. This guy is gonna get deadly laser focus on the competition since the first minute, because they're going after something that hasn't been done since 1962. Remember that nobody
Mhm.
since Brazil 1962 has repeated the title. Nobody, and they're going after.
Mhm. And that's my pick. It is sentimental. I admit it. I am Team Messi. I am not Team CR41. I am Team Messi in all of this. I want to see a repeat. I want to see Lionel Messi go out internationally. I want to see him go out on top. And that's part of it. But I still think that Argentina and Scaloni, I think that they've got a roster that can have a staring contest with anybody and come out the other side. So I know that you and I will be debating that for the entire tournament. I know.
Right, and this is talking about the roster. This is the 11 that Argentina put on the pitch and for the last couple of days. You got Rulli on the goal. You got Yai. You got Otamendi, Licha Martinez, Tagliafico, Enzo Fernandez and McAllister, Rodrigo de Paul, Teo Almada, Lautaro, and El Flaco Lopez from Palmeiras on top of the offense for Argentina. Watch out for Lopez, huh? Watch out for Lopez. I'm predicting that he's going to be having a massive World Cup. Flaco Lopez, a tremendous striker from Palmeiras.
Yes. Uruguay, Muslera, and a softer version of Bielsa. I don't think that exists, but go ahead and talk.
There's a beautiful story with Fernando Muslera, right? He is about to become the oldest player to ever play in the World Cup for Uruguay.
Okay.
39 years old, just hours shy of his 40th birthday, because he's gonna turn 40 on June 16, and they're gonna make Uruguay is gonna make their debut in June 15. Okay, and I'm saying the dates because so Muslera was born on June 16th of 1986.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
You know what happened that day?
No. What happened?
Argentina beat Uruguay in the second round of the competition. Pedro Pablo Pasculi with a 1-0 goal to ousted Uruguay from the World Cup.
Look at you.
In 1986. And Fernandito Muslera was born in Buenos Aires, actually. Right, but a couple of years later, the parents moved to they crossed the river and went to Montevideo. He's been living in Uruguay ever since. This is Fernando Muslera, who, by the way, has had a massive season with Estudiantes. He probably will have the age of El Chino Rochet, who hasn't had a decent season in Brazil with Internacional. So I'm gonna say that he's gonna be playing that game, and he's gonna break the record as not only as the oldest player for Uruguay, but the player with the most international caps in a World Cup for Uruguay with 135. 135 caps for Uruguay, but not in the World Cup. I mean,
yeah,
with most games in the World Cup too.
And I thought you were going to tell me he's 135 years old.
No way. But there's one thing about Uruguay. I don't know. This is the first World Cup without Suarez and Cavani, and the strikers, man. Those strikers, they don't have power, man. They don't have the power of the status or the level. I don't know, Uruguay. Don't know, but and on top of that, you got Jordan Rascaeta that got injured and he's out of the competition. So it's a big blow for Uruguay. So what I was saying, this is the Uruguay has many other weapons that they can score. You know, you got Rodrigo Salazar, you got Maxi Araújo, you got Fede Valverde, you got weapons, you know, and shooters from the outside. You're gonna say, I'm predicting that Uruguay is gonna be scoring more goals from the outside than from the inside of the 18. That's my prediction on Uruguay. And talking about Marcelo Bielsa and his software version, the guy he was in an ad. He was, you know, there's a commercial for the Uruguay team leaving the country for the World Cup, and Marcelo Bielsa was part of it with his hoodie on it, riding a bike. And he turns around and says, "Hey, trust us," or something. And then I saw him in a press conference explaining, you know, the guy's a geek, an absolute soccer junkie.
Yep.
All right. And he pulled up the chart. Just to get an idea, right? We all know about the Spygate and all that, right? But the guy, besides that, he went overboard in that time. But on this matter, he pulled up a chart of the last 10 games of France and their formations, right? How many times they use each formation. And it was 60%, one formation is 40% the other one, and 20% the other ones. And there were 3 more that he said, you know what? We're not going to even look to those numbers because it don't matter. How many times they use it? 0.5%, 3.5%, and 1% the other one. We're not looking at those. We're going to focus on the 60%, 40%, and 30%.
Wow.
Those are the numbers that we're looking at and the formations on the opponents. Just to give you an idea, the detail-oriented psycho that he is, man. Right? But he, of course, was just talking like a grandpa, you know, explaining all these numbers, all the stats, like that. But I think it's just a perception. Probably it's not right. But I think he softened a little bit his view because I don't know. He knows that when you go too hard, things break. You know, break apart. And he's famous for breaking teams apart because of his intensity. And we'll see if he softens his hand and Uruguay don't break down and for going 150 miles an hour in the first 3 rounds of the competition, 3 games of the competition.
Yeah, well, you mentioned De Arrascaeta, grade 2 calf injury, confirmed he's going to stay with the squad.
He's staying.
Well, but he's expected to miss, as you said, all 3 group stage matches: Saudi Arabia, Cabo Verde, and Miami, before going to play Spain and Guadalajara on the 26th. So
they're going to use him for that game in Mexico. He's I don't know why he's going to do it, but he's going to be there.
Give him a cup of coffee.
But the calf it's a pain, man. The calf is a pain. I just had that injury like a month ago. In my right calf, you feel like you got stabbed with a knife in your calf, man. That's what you feel.
Yes.
It's insane, man.
Yes, that is absolutely true. So you've said who you want to win the cup.
Yeah.
Joaquim Clement has his answer on who is winning the cup. Please explain who Joaquim Clement is and why he's important.
Joaquim Clement is a mathematician from Germany who, by the way, predicted correctly the last 3 champions. He predicted that Germany was going to win in 2014. He predicted France to win in 2018. And he predicted Argentina to win in 2022. Who is his candidate, his mathematician candidate, according to all odds or all the numbers, crunching the numbers, the stats, whatever, the Netherlands. The Netherlands going after the first ever World Cup. Yeah, I don't know. But the thing is, you know what happens when we get blind when we see fantastic teams coming into World Cup. You know, I can tell you 4 teams that were better than this edition of the Orange. 1998 one was a massive team. 2010 one, and of course the 2 other ones that lost their finals. So they lost 3 finals. So how do you go about after strike 3? You get another. You're gonna have another turnout batter in here. It seems like it. Seems like it. So probably, you know what, that last strike didn't count. You know, because of that tackle to Xabi Alonso. My God, that tackle was just. It was a murder attempt. It was a murder attempt, that one. But anyway, I don't think he's gonna be right this time. I loved it. I loved Holland. I'm saying Holland. I'm not saying the Netherlands. Screw the Netherlands, man. I'm not saying Holland. It's Holland. It's Holland. Period. We got too many different names now. You got Czechia, man, it's insane. Drive me crazy. All these European teams with different names and stuff. But anyway, that's the Orange. That's the candidate from Mr. Joaquin Clement.
Yes, mathematician, freaking mathematician. Coaches, first timers, outsiders. Who has the edge?
This is the thing, right? Technically, Lionel Scaloni, he's not a first timer, but why I'm putting here as a first timer? Because this is the first time. This is the first time since 1990 that Argentina repeats a coach. First time. The last time they did it, Bilardo won in 86, and Bilardo went all the way to the finals in 1990. Since then, 7 different coaches, 2 finals, 1 victory. And they're going after this one. I totally see Argentina going all the way, man. You too. When I say that's why I said the first timer, right? But it's the first time that they use him twice. It's first time
a complete cycle. So he was a coach, and then he has a complete cycle, and he's still the coach, basically, is what you're saying.
Yes. And I totally see that happening. We'll see. I love Scaloni. I love the way he treats the group and how he blends in the old school with the new school. It's just he's doing great things with Argentina. Now, the outsider, right? We all know he's the most famous outsider that could ever be in a World Cup. That's Carlito Ancelotti. Also, the first timer, right? Also, first timer because it's the first time that Brazil gets a coach that is not Brazilian. The first non-Brazilian coach for the Seleção. Okay, so he's also kind of that first time. So I put first time as an outsider. You see how I go for that. And Brazil never won a World Cup with an outsider. Never, they never won a World Cup with an outsider coach. And the odds are also not going well for Carlito Ancelotti because the best paid coach never won the World Cup. And Carlito Ancelotti is the best paid coach on this tournament with 10 mil. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in there. Hopefully, I don't know. You know, those are the odds. This is the history. You know. So yeah, that's that. That's that, brother.
Okay. You mentioned what's going on with Argentina. One football this morning. Open door training session. Scaloni for the friendly against Honduras. Tactical changes and new faces. Once again, you were talking about the injuries. So he kept the backbone intact at the open practice, but adjusted pieces at right back and up front. So battle at right back, Agustin Giai wore the purple bib with the starters, replacing Capaldo. With both Molina and Montiel unavailable, the spot for the weekend is now a contest between Giai and Capaldo. So that's for this weekend. Jose Manuel Lopez comes into the attack in place of Simeone. Scaloni opted for an unusual combination in his setups by fielding Flaco Lopez alongside Lautaro Martinez at the same time. Then in the midfield, system shifts to a 4-4-2. Rodrigo De Paul out to the right. Thiago Almada lines up as a left midfielder. Enzo Fernandez and Alexis were your double pivot in the middle. So that's how it was looking at practice, getting ready for Saturday. And so Rulli, Giai, Otamendi, Lisandro Martinez, Tagliafico, Rodrigo, Enzo, Alexis, Almada, Lautaro, and Lopez. That was what it was looking like.
That's the 11 that I gave you. Yep.
Man, 4-4-2. All right. So your last World Cup thing before we get into Universitario bringing sexy back. See, now you got to figure out how to do that in a song. I'm bringing Universitario back.
You can shorten it. We can say the U is bringing sexy back.
There you go. Oh, here it is. You bring in sexy back. That's it.
There you go. You bringing sexy back. Oh my God. Yeah.
Bookmark that one. World Cup Chronicles. Johan Cruyff behind the enemy lines, and I imagine there was a cigarette involved.
Not really. There's no cigarette in there. No. But he was smoking, right? He used to smoke. That guy. He used to smoke, man. This crazy guy, man. And anyway, so 1974. 1974, the first World Cup for the Orange, reaching the finals. But before the tournament started, the Orange, which also called for the national team, that's what they call them, the Orange, got a deal with Adidas, right? With Adidas, Adidas is gonna dress you up, guys. Gonna got all the jerseys and all that, all the stuff for you guys. But Johan Cruyff had a contract with Puma. All right, so he was like, guys, I'm not wearing that. what are you not wearing? This is the national team, brother. You gotta play for this. Well, if you want me to use your Adidas team, you gotta pay me a wild gazillion amount of money for to play with the stripes. Otherwise, I'm not playing. I'm not going.
Wow.
But you just won 3 Champions League in a row, brother. We need you. We need you, the best player in Europe for the past 4 years. We can need you. I know you need me. So figure it out. So this is what they did. This is what they did, Johnny. You gotta pull up the picture of Johan Cruyff from 1974. Whatever picture you want to pick.
Johan Cruyff, 1974. Okay.
Stripes.
Okay.
So Adidas had the 3 stripes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how are we gonna do this? All right, let's take 1 stripe off. The number 14 jersey, and the only jersey in the entire roster with 2 stripes was the one that Johan Cruyff was using.
Okay. All right. Okay, because I see the group stage stuff, and I see stuff down the sleeves, and he's got the 2 down the. Okay, now
2 lines instead of 3 lines.
2.
And never. This is the first. I mean, I'm a World Cup junkie, and this is the first time I'm hearing this history, man.
Wow, that is
the
crazy.
first time I'm hearing this story. It's just wild, man. But that's a power, star power.
Wow.
Star power. That's kind of like the same way, not the same, but very similar what Michael Jordan did in the Olympics. Remember? When he covered, but he was protesting actually, right? So all right, you know what? I want to put the flag over, so you're not gonna see the Nike sign, but so he was also clever that, but clever solutions for critical times, man.
You're saving your Scully, and everything is is in one piece. But yeah, so if you go and you do images, if you do Johan Cruyff 1974 and hit images, there's one on Reddit where literally it's a profile shot, and you just see he's wearing the captain's armband, and you see the two stripes, the two black stripes on the one side, and I'm like, damn, man, that's deep. That is some deep stuff. Okay, now to topic last. You bring in sexy back.
Woo!
All right, so
we're trying. They're trying hard.
Yourself, sir.
All right, guys. So my beloved team, Universitario, who went into a disastrous first half of the year. Getting signings out of the Mongolia, getting a coach. getting a coach, he couldn't even. He speaks Spanish. He was lost in translation with the team.
Mongolian Premier League, Ulaanbaatar FC, bringing in.
Something like that. So we went old school this time, right? They fired the coach, they fired the technical director, and now we focus on bringing two guys that it's done. I know it's Friday, right? On Friday there is just going to be a official press release about the new signings for Universitario, but most likely we'll get back a guy that you may know. Maybe Nico Moreno may know about this Peruvian guy, shorty 5'6", who played with Nico Lodeiro, who won the Champions League, the CONCACAF with Seattle Sounders. A guy that in Seattle, maybe he's sort of a legend, right? Raúl Ruiz.
Wow.
Raúl Ruiz is just inches away from signing back to Universitario de Deportes. And after he was a disastrous negotiation back in December.
Yeah.
He ended up being so mad that he ended up signing for Atlético Grau. It's a small team in the north side of the country here. And but there was on his contract though there was one release clause, one small caveat, right? Mm-hmm. I will only leave this team if Universitario calls me. If Universitario calls me, I'm walking away. That's the only caveat on his contract. But of course, they got to pay a fee, right? It's $150K. But they will pay $150K for bringing back Raul. And the other guy is Piero Quispe, who went to Pumas, didn't do good in Pumas. Then he went to Australia, man.
Okay.
To bring in Australia, Jesus the Lord, in the Sydney FC. My God, man. Just playing with kangaroos and stuff. I don't know, man.
Well, just look. Just don't try to go around the kangaroo because he's going to 2-foot you. I mean,
I know, man. It's scary, man. Scary. I don't want to. I'm brother. If I see a kangaroo, it's got to be a big net, man, in front because I'm not getting into the same spot with those guys, man. But anyway, so being those two. We got it was a massive clean up the house in Universitario. Okay. 6 players left the roster. 6. Wow. 4 of those 6 were signed and back in December. 4 of the 6 were signed back in December. Oh my God. Maybe we got it wrong, right? Maybe we could. Yeah, you screw up big time, man.
Yes.
And so yeah, we're putting things together. We're trying. We'll see. The best thing that could happen for us is the World Cup, because now the new coach Hector Cooper will have the time to, to put the pieces together, do a preseason correctly, and hopefully we'll get back for the Clausura in August. I think it's August. You got
to get through July and the cup that the world is chasing, and then that means I'd probably say late July, early August. Yeah, so I think you're spot on. What are you doing in this last week before we start talking about World Cup stuff like hardcore? What are you doing,
brother? I'm setting up this World Cup. It's gotta be massive for Nino Baker because I just prepped. This is what I did, brother. I know. In Peru, the soccer culture is different when we watch games.
Yeah.
We're not much of a bar goers like in the States. right? We are homies, right? Hey, where are you going? I'm going to Pedro's house. All right, everybody goes to Pedro's house. You know, the two houses. Everybody's in their house. Everybody's ordering things. So I was like, all right, got 3 sets of appetizers for these soccer guys. So Nino the Baker will send in appetizers during the World Cup. And brother, you gotta try me because I'm a badass. I'm just not. I mean, I just not bake. I just not bake, man. I am a best cook. So I'm gonna show you, man. I'm gonna show you those boxes with the appetizers. You know, you got my barbecue style, my way of wings with the Peruvian blends in there. Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
You're an evil SOB. You know that? You are flat out evil.
Right now, I'm telling you, man. When I go to visit you guys, I'm gonna cook for you and for all of you. I guess the whole thing, the whole 9 yards. So you're gonna be the freaking awesome appetizers, the entrees, the desserts, everything. We're gonna have a party over there in Atlanta.
It's gonna be the Nino Asada. That's what.
Yeah. You got it.
God, we got to get stuff up here for the final. God, we got to think about that now.